Back to the online classes of physics. This is Naima is back again with a new topic, synthetic fibers and plastic continuation. And in our last class we have learned about how the synthetic fibers are prepared and how the synthetic fibers are processed, how we are obtaining synthetic fibers, isn't it? And we have even learned about the nylon. In today's class we will learn about rayon. Rayon, what is rayon? Rayon is also a natural synthetic fiber. We know about the natural fibers like silk, which is obtained from the silkworm, isn't it? But you know that silk is very costly. It is very, it is not it cannot be purchased by all everyone, isn't it? So fabrics made up of silk are very costly. It is not accessible to all. Production and maintenance of silk cloths are very difficult and time process, but its texture fascinates everyone, isn't it? So, for many years, scientists attempted to make silk artificially, and their efforts were successful towards the end of the 19th century. They were successfully able to prepare a new fabric like silk. Okay, the first commercial production of artificial silk was achieved in USA, United States of America, in 1911. But this fabric was named as rayon only in 1924. The first rayon factory in India was established in Kerala in the year 1946. So let us know how rayon is prepared. We noted that petroleums are the source materials for many polymers, isn't it? And these synthetic fibers are produced from n number of polymers. But the source materials for rayon is not, any other uh, fiber, but it is being prepared from the plant pulp, that is wood pulp. Okay, it is prepared from the wood pulp. So it is synthetic, obtained from plants, that is cellulose. It is obtained from plant cellulose. It is obtained from plant cellulose, hence it is also called as cellulose fiber. Hence it is also called as cellulose fiber. The rayon is obtained from the plant cellulose, hence it is also called as cellulose fiber. So when we are obtaining it from plant cellulose, so that means it is natural fiber, isn't it? No, it is not natural fiber. Why? Because these cellulose, whatever we are obtaining from the plant wood pulp, is undergoing, different processes. It has to undergo different processes. It is being processed using some different, chemicals. It undergoes with processing with different so many chemicals, and then you get a product, synthetic fiber, that is rayon. Okay, because it is being processed with different chemicals, it is called as synthetic fiber. Natural fiber means we are just obtaining it, we are just processing that, we are undergoing the weaving and knitting and combing, all those things, and then we are getting the synthetic natural fiber. Wherein this plant cellulose, it is being processed with different chemicals, and then we are getting the product, that is rayon. So rayon is cheaper than silk and can be woven like silk. It can be dyed in wide variety of colors. So rayon is mixed with cotton to make bed sheets. So when rayon is mixed with cotton, it forms bed sheets. You can see that when rayon is mixed with cotton, when you purchase bed sheets, you can see that it is being given that it's a product of rayon and cotton. Rayon and wool, when they are compressed, combined, then it is giving a new product, that is carpets are made up of rayon and wools. It is also used in fashion, home furnishing, sanitary products, diapers, bandages, and lint for dressing wounds. Rayon is not a perfect fiber to prepare all fabrics because it is made up of, made from plant cellulose. So these plant cellulose, it absorbs water easily. So when the it is absorbing water, it makes rayon weak and causes the fibers to break easily. So it is not a perfect fiber. It is not as strong as the rayon nylon. So why do you think there is a need to combine the fibers? So whenever you go to shops, to buy your new dresses or something like ready-made dresses, you go see the percentage of fabrics. It will be written on the tag there that this much percentage of fabric is used. This much percentage of rayon is used. This much percentage of cotton is used. It will be given there on the tag. You can see it will be given that they can be cleaned easily, they are dry clean only, or they can be washable, they are washable, and they have low moisture, they have high moisture. There you can use the press, you cannot use the press. They are made in India or they are made in abroad anywhere else. So they'll be giving, there's a price tag, there is a code written there, barcode is given there, and they'll show the percentage, how much percentage of polyester is used, how much percent of cotton is used. They'll be given like this. So we find rayons will be mixed with cotton and wool, polyesters will be mixed with cotton and wool. So we can find fibers like this. Nylon is mixed with polyesters. Why do you think there is a need to combine all these fibers? Only natural fibers we can have, only synthetic fibers we can have. Firstly, natural fibers are very costly. They are very they are not easily accessible. So natural fibers are, firstly, they are very costly. So all of them cannot afford it, they are not affordable for everyone. For example, if we take silk, you can see that silk is so much very costly, and all the people so who want to wear it, they cannot buy it, isn't it? So it's not possible to purchase silk by everyone. So that's why in place of silk we are purchasing nylon, which is in seeing, in texture it is same, but comfortability also it is same, but compared to silk, it's as it's natural fiber, you can see more we feel the comfort. Anyways, any synthetic fiber can be combined with two or more other fibers. This is called as blending. So mostly the fiber, any synthetic fiber is combined with so many more than one fibers, and this is called as blending. Natural fibers and synthetic fibers are often blended for preparing the better fabric, to obtain more and more better and comfortable fabric. A blend does not simply means that alternating threads of cotton or polyester. They are not simply just meaning the alternate, one will have the cotton, one will have polyester, not like that. It is they are a unique and different textures can be created through this blending. When a fiber is combined with other fibers, certain qualities of fiber are combined with the qualities of other fibers, and thus give us a blended fabric which possess the best qualities of both. So what is the use of blending means? It decreases the limitations of fibers. Both the fibers are combined with means if one is having this property which is not good, and other is having the property which can balance it. So both the fibers are mixed in such a way that they balance their limitations, and it can be used with a very good comfort. If you consider cotton and polyester blend, cotton is comfortable to wear, but it forms wrinkles, isn't it? It gets easily wrinkled up. But when the polyester is mixed with cotton, you can see that there is a good combination. Cotton, then wrinkles will not form easily, as only cotton is there means you can see that the wrinkles are formed only with the cotton, isn't it? But when the cotton is mixed with polyester and are prepared a new fabric, then you can see that there is no formation of wrinkles. Fine. So therefore, when these two are combined, the end result is comfortable and wrinkle free fabric. And even the cotton, it shrinks very easily, isn't it? When we just wash it for the first time, you can see that the cotton is getting shrinked very easily. Wherein if you are mixing it with the polyester, you can see that it cannot shrink easily. And so when these two are combined in a proper ratio, the resultant material does not shrink to a large extent when compared with a pure cotton fiber. So next topic is acrylic. Next synthetic what we are going to use is acrylic. So what is acrylic fiber? See, what type of clothes we wear in winter? We wear in winter clothes which are usually, warm, which keeps our body warm, isn't it? To protect it from the cold, isn't it? All of us wear clothes which keep our body warm. We use sweaters, shawls, and blankets, isn't it? So people feel that all these things are made up of natural wool. Wool is very, very, very expensive, and generally it is not affordable and accessible to everyone, isn't it? As this wool is obtained from animals, then you think so many animals are to be there to produce these wool, isn't it, this fiber. So all the winter wear nowadays is made of synthetic fiber, which is called as acrylic. It became very commercial in 1941. It became very commercial, which was in 1941. It became commercially available. It looks like natural wool. It can be considered as artificial wool. It is also called as fake fur. It's a combination made of coal, air, water, oil, and limestone. Coal, air, water, and limestone. It is obtained by either spinning or wet spinning. In dry spinning, the dissolved polymers are extruded into water, that is warm air. Okay, the fiber solidifies by evaporation, and in wet spinning, the polymers are dissolved and extruded into a bath and then dried out. Two processes we are obtaining acrylic fiber, that is dry spinning, and next is wet spinning. Okay, dry spinning and net spinning. In dry spinning, what is happening, I said, that is the dissolved polymers are extruded into warm air, and in wet spinning they dissolved and extruded into a bath and then dried out. The wool obtained from this natural source is quite expensive, whereas the other clothes made from the acrylic are relatively cheap. Till here we have learned about three synthetic fibers, that is nylon, rayon, and acrylic. And from this even we have the side effects, like these are they are very good to use, but still they have very they melts on heating, and it catches fire easily. They they if they melts now, they easily get stick up to your body, and that causes a burning sensation. We cannot wear in the kitchen, and when while working in the laboratories. Washing and ironing also is different for this, so we have to keep different, if the iron is too hot, it will burn the clothes, and washing also is very different for them. And collars of your shirts and inside the frocks and trousers, it is being used as the inner wears. And this with this we have learned about the three synthetic fibers, and we'll continue in the next video. Until then, let us wait for the next video. Thank you for watching.